And he continues to grow on the offensive side, but yeah, I mean, there's no doubt. I mean, every minute Sama plays helps him from a confidence standpoint, and we continue to see. We didn't have Adonis in that game; he was out with the flu. And we knew his ability to run. I mean, there's some plays Sama makes just absolute running the court where he keeps up with Tyler Cook that are really impressive. And, there are a lot of little things that he's doing well and he's much better at, but there's still some positioning things that we've got to keep working with him with.
2 straight starts for DeMonte. I know you guys maybe aren't worried about how much he scores, but what does he do in that starting lineup that makes him, such a good fit there?
Well, he's unbelievable defensively. I mean, he's rock solid. In fact, DeMonte probably, he's vocal, he talks, he understands it. He probably overhelped a couple of times. But it's he's one guy that I truly trust in terms of, give him an assignment and he's going to follow it. And he knows what he's going to do. And he's playing with confidence on the offensive end. He's shooting the ball very well. We need him to continue to do what he's doing. And he gives us a sense of toughness. And he's back offensive rebounding again, which I like, and he's very good at.
Brad, Wisconsin's been tough to solve for a long time now for Illinois. What did you learn about facing them last year, and what are the dynamics of that slower tempo that they play versus what you want to do?
Yeah, I think they've got, Bo Ryan was in here this fall for a clinic, and I made the comment to him, and not that I'd make it to Greg as well, but Greg's part of that same family, that tree. The one thing that has always impressed me about Wisconsin is their guys play for the University of Wisconsin. I mean, and they play hard. They want to be a part of that. And I mean, Brad Davidson's a great example. That young man is tough. He separates his shoulder last year. He comes out of the game. They take him back in the tunnel. They pop that sucker back in, and he's back in the game. And they know exactly how they're going to play. And it's always kind of next man up. And I have a tremendous appreciation for that. And Greg's continued to develop that. They do what they do, and now they have really good players. They have one of the best players in the country. And they're a handful every single night, and it doesn't matter, if you want to run, they'll run with you. If you want to play half court, they're going to play half court with you. And they don't beat themselves. And along the way, they've got seem to stay old and yet mix in a new guy here or there. But it's a very, very good basketball team, and it has been for quite some time.
How important is it to learn quickly from those closeout mistakes over rotations when you face a team that's shooting 39% from three?
Yeah, no doubt. Very similar to that game. We talked about that a lot in scouting. I mean, you've got to get to Reavers on the perimeter. You've got to get to King when he's in the game. You've got to get to Pritzel. You've got to get to those guys. And it's real easy to get consumed with Ethan and get worried about him, and yet those guys are the ones that shoot the dart that put you down for good. And we've got to be very, very dialed into those guys, and it's why they're good. It's why Ethan makes them very, very good. They space the floor with shooters and can hurt you from a lot of ways. So offensively, this is a pretty talented group.
Georgie's gonna MC Jack Jams next week. Is him with a mic in his hand? Is he just gonna be in his element there, maybe?
That's pretty scary. I haven't bought my ticket yet. I may have to go for just the sheer amusement. No, I think if anybody saw the Big Ten interview that they did with him, and his nothing's off limits with Georgie. That's the best way to put it. But that'll be fun. And he's talk to George and you find out how he grew up and you find out how sincere and passionate he is, but you also find out what a tremendous character he is and how funny he is, and it's so genuine, and it's nice to see a guy who's doesn't take getting 3 square meals a day for granted and being able to shower more than once a week for granted, and he loves life, and I have great appreciation for how simple he sees things. So, but yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be a good night, and I probably don't want to go because I'll probably be made fun of somehow.
Coach, I might be asking the obvious here, but has a decision been made on Anthony Higgs, whether he'll play again this year, redshirt, or anything like that?
Yeah, he will not play. Anthony's had some issues with the foot in terms of just healing, and it's taken a little while longer, and there's no sense jeopardizing a year with what we think could be a very bright future. And so, you know, he'll continue. He's in workouts with Fletch and continue to do that, and then he gets an extended off season, and that's the important piece right now, is to get him healthy and to get his body right. By the way, this is Coaches versus Cancer Week, so if you see us in sneakers and ties, it's something I'm extremely involved with the American Cancer Society. We've got our event here April 16th, which will be a great lineup that we'll announce here very shortly, with some other college coaches coming in that are very near and dear to me. And we have it out at Gordyville. We had over 600 last year. We're expecting up to 750 this year, all to help in that fight, and then just bring awareness to it. I'm on the national committee. Yesterday we went to the cancer center here and visited with patients, and we forget there's a lot more to life than once we get outside the basketball walls and State Farm Center and Oven, and it was great. Our guys were incredible yesterday with those patients, and really enjoyed the time up there. So I do want to mention that and push that. It'll be a fun night on April 16th.
Is it a dinner?
It's a
Banquet?
dinner banquet, yeah. Thank you.